Hey, what's up, guys? Awesome back here. Another video. Um, y'all ain't seen me do a video since last week. I did post some fish I caught, just a few of them that I caught on Laurel, and that was the day before yesterday. So that was Monday. And this, I will probably do several videos today because my upcoming schedule's crazy. Don't know when I could upload again. So I'll probably do anywhere between 3 and 5 videos today. So let's get into it. Well, we fished. First spot about 15th cast or so. I caught one. That was that smallmouth. Come on, get off there, honey. There we go. I caught a smallmouth. He came on the A-rig, like I said. As my first fish on this rod. This is that casting rod, and I tell you what, it is the A-rig rod. I'm blown away how far this cast is 7-11. How it's just crazy. Now I know how that guy was throwing a country mile that day. He had a good long rod. But I do need a better reel on it because I was backlashing it and stuff. But it's a 7-11 casting rod is in the heavy. And I have it paired with that Lew's Classic Pro. I'm not going to go over every setup, guys. I do it every single video. It just takes up time. Y'all don't care heck far. You can go out there with a Zepco 33 and catch fish. You ain't got to have a Lew's, a Abu Garcia, a Daiwa, a Shimano, a 13 fishing, a Ardent. You ain't got to have none of that. Go out there at your Zepco, throw it out there, and you're going to catch fish. I am going to go over the newer combos, though, that hasn't been in previous videos as much. So that's why I put that casting rod in there. It's been in one video. So I did catch that smallmouth on the A-rig. We blew out of there, went to the dam. Didn't do no good. Went to Grove. We went behind the dam in a little cove. I caught another smallmouth on a rock crawler. And then I caught another one on a rock crawler in that place too, and we lost one on a rock crawler. So up until that point, we'd fished 3 places, and should have had 4 fish. Well, we left out of there and went to Grove. We set up, I caught another one, so that should have been 5 fish, as that keeper largemouth we had. Well, I had one get off on the rock crawler, so we should have been at 6 for the day already. And then Josh caught one. We would have had 7, and then we should have had 2 more largemouths. So we should have had 9 fish overall. We ended up got 6 or 7 of them in the boat. I believe 7. Yeah, it was 7 because I caught 6 that day and he caught that 1. But we was joking and cutting up. I said, Josh, the other day you was the first one on the board and you didn't catch another fish, so that'd be me today. But we caught them on an A-rig and a crankbait. It had to be that rock crawler and it had to be that color. I set up and threw it in a flipping tree. I lost it. I painted it up. Nobody else had another crankbait like it. I've never seen it. It is the ugliest son of a gun I've ever seen. Well, I lost it. So then, Sunday night, No, not Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night because we was going out Monday. I stop and I buy more rock crawlers. And of course, I couldn't find my markers I needed. So I just think, maybe it's just something them fish ain't seen. So then I go coloring up a big bunch of baits, probably $50 worth of flipping rock crawlers here. I threw this and threw it and threw it and threw it. I did have a red back, had it red there, and I put that silver on it. And I colored the bill silver, and that was orange. They would not hit it. I don't know if it was a silver bill, because I could see it a mile away. Like, it would get right at the side of the boat, and I could see that silver bill. So, I don't know if that was it. He threw this color. He threw this about all day until he lost his. That is a hook. He threw that color. Brown, tan, and black with orange. They wouldn't hit it. He was throwing a rock crawler. I was throwing a rock crawler. Mine was painted up. His wasn't. And he wasn't catching fish. I was. We threw the same exact A-rig, the same exact line after he set up and broke off because he's using cheaper line and not that heavy a pound. But we're not going to talk about his setups. He has his own YouTube. He can do a video if he wants. But we're throwing the same exact A-rig. At the end of the day, throwing the same exact line, same exact heads, just different rods and reels. He's throwing a Duckett Green Ghost 7.3 heavy, and he had it paired with a Shimano SLX DC. I was throwing that Cashin 711 heavy and that Loose Classic Pro. About midday, he got tired of that line after he lost a big smallmouth, probably a 4 or 5 pounder. I told him, because I threw, it was a tree, came off of a bank like that, and it had a limb out like that. So it's kind of like that, and we was facing it. I said, Josh threw between that tree and that bank. He threw up there, I threw out toward deeper water, and he said, oh, there's a fish, there is a fish. And he set the hook, and when he did, it was a smallmouth. We seen him take off. I saw the gold, and it just popped his line. Like, it wasn't his knot came undone, it just broke his line. It broke it down there by his reel. So I'm just like, buddy, you want some of this line? He's just like, yeah. So we're throwing 20-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon, and we didn't have no problems with breaking off. I never even retied my A-rig. Still right now, I ain't retied my A-rig. I ain't retied nothing. My crankbait that I lost, of course, I had to retie another crankbait. I cut it off. But my A-rig, I never retied it. That crankbait, I never retied it until I got it stuck in a tree and had to break it off. But we assigned same exact line, same exact bait on the A-rig. Same exact color swim baits. Is just the difference in the retrieve. He is like that, and I was over here like that. So it's just a difference in the retrieve. But we caught fish, had fun. I'm definitely going to have to get me another rock crawler. That color, I don't even remember the color that I colored up. I think it was this one right here. No, that ain't it. I don't know. When I find that, I will show it to y'all, and I will show you how it is colored up. Something told me I was going to lose it that day. I said I need to take a picture of it because I done got it hung up in rocks and trees and everything under the water, and I was just too stubborn to take a picture of it. So all I got is my memory. But I did color that one up chrome black. I left the bill. Then I have this one. It ain't colored up in any way. This one here ain't colored up in any way. And then this one here ain't colored up in any way. I say they would have hit that one, because the one I was throwing, it did have black and red in it, but I don't know. But that's what we caught them on. I'm not going to tell y'all what all we threw. I'm just going to tell you what we caught them on. So, A-rig crankbait, that was it. Didn't use the graph a whole lot, honestly, because we used it maybe, well, it was on all day, but it wasn't like we was looking at it. We was just looking at a bank and casting. So, the graph didn't really help us much. We was getting ready to move out of that spot, and I said, hold on, Josh, I'm going to throw one more cast. I threw out there, and there was that smallmouth, that first one. So, I'm just like, well, going in, when I went to his house, got his boat, and got him, we was talking on the way how tough it'd be, or it'd be a really good day. I said, either we're going to jack biggins, or it's just going to be tough. Well, ain't nobody that I know caught any biggins. This time last year, I mean, you could go and catch 3-pounders like it wasn't nothing. If you didn't have 23 pounds, you wasn't placing in a tournament. So, either people ain't catching a fish down there, I know several that's done that, or they just catching what we've been catching, your barely keepers. That largemouth was 15 and a half, maybe 16. I think it's 16 and a quarter. And then that smallmouth was 15 and a half. That was the biggest fish we had all day. We lost some. That was 10 inches. So, and then me and Dad last night we went pond fishing, not pond hopping. I ain't pond hopped since last year. But we went pond fishing, and I caught six bass and 3 crappie. He caught 5 bass and 4 crappie, and lost 3 bluegills. They was hitting wacky rigs and swim baits. So, I don't know. I mean, in the pond, I've been seeing bluegill beds. But something odd that happened Monday, me and Josh seen 3 fish jump plumb up out of the water. And they was not small. We seen a smallmouth probably 5 pounds at least. He was an absolute football. And then he put the trolling motor on high. We went back there where we seen him jump through A-rigs, nothing. Through swim bait, nothing. Through jigs, nothing. Through Ned rigs, nothing. We could not get him to hit. I don't know what it was. And then we looked at our graph and he was down there. Well, I threw out there and didn't even get a hit. I don't know what it is. So maybe them biggins just ain't moved up to feed yet, because we still have 2 winters to come. We have dogwood and we have blackberry. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the weather's got them down. I seriously don't know. Fishing is so scattered out now. Me and my buddies talk. Jacob Turner, he's out there right now on Laurel. He went out there this morning. He's giving me updates. I don't think he's caught a fish because he ain't sent me no pictures, or he's caught dinks like me and Josh did. So, I know people's been catching them on jerk baits, A-rigs, crankbaits. I know people that had them on lizards, Carolina rigging, and jigs. So, I seriously don't know what them fish is doing. I know people caught them on swim baits. I threw a swim bait, nothing. And I threw a swim bait a lot. I had this rod and reel in my hand a lot. Well, I gotta get another swim bait now. My tail's off this, and no wonder I wasn't catching no fish last night. Because my tail's gone. After that crappie, he was gone. But here's one I did throw a lot on Laurel and last night. This is my new setup. It is a metanium and a 6:2 to 1 gear ratio. This is a new 2020 one, and this is a new Shimano Zodius rod. I do like this one. I do like my Zodius rod, this newer one. It's just one thing I don't like. I don't like how they put that on it. That big handle on the back. It's like the Adrena, but it ain't got the Adrena feel. But I do like the older Zodius rods a whole lot more than this one. So if you have an older Zodius one and you're wanting to try the newer one, then that is going to be something that I think you'd be disappointed on. It is just as light, but it just ain't got that feel. Now, this new Metanium. I was not a Metanium fan. I had one of the 2016 ones, and I didn't like it. My Chronarch MGL and my Chronarch CI4 that I did have outcasted it. I want a reel to go on my Zodius where I can cast that. That there is an 1/8 ounce double ring round ball head that I make. Throwing that, same exact line, same exact rod. Chronarch MGL. Hands down, outcasted the CI4 and the Metanium. Now, I picked this one up just because it was slightly used. I guarantee you he put in the rod box and didn't even throw it. It didn't have no boat rash on it or nothing. And then I got it, and it has a few minor scratches, but I'm going to keep it. I mean, it casts just like my MGL Chronarch. I don't know what they did different in this one, but I love it. I just can't afford all Metaniums. But I do have a downfall with this reel. The side plate, hard to get loose and put back on. So you have to rotate it up like that. And you can wiggle it, and literally it leaves an indentation in your thumb right there. You can kind of see it. You can't get it off. I guess that's a good thing. I guess it's a bad thing in a way. But I'd been taking me a butter knife or like a key or something, and I'd been having to pry it. So, pry it loose. I'm not going to take it off, but I'd been having to pry it. And this reel is very funny and tricky. It's just like the MGL Chronarch. When you first get it, you hate it. But then when you get it dialed in, you'll love it. So, I pretty much got this dialed in. I wouldn't suggest casting it in wind. I threw it in wind a little bit last night. I didn't backlash it. I just had to thumb it a whole lot. And I had to max out my side dial because I didn't want to get in there to my DBS and then have to fight with my side plate. So, I do have that as high as it'll go on 6. But if it's slick calm, I'll put it down on 4 or 5 and it's good. But nonetheless, that's how we caught them. Thank y'all for watching this video. Be sure to check out Dog Patch, Kurt Singer Sunrise Outfitters, Saddlebrook, and the Tackle Spot. And as always, give God all the glory. Have fun. Be safe. Have a good day. I'm out.